Hey everyone, it's Chris and welcome back to the Ridge. So last night we had our first sap run. How'd we do? Stay tuned to find out.
Join
us.
Sweet Maple Ridge Farms. Come on down, everybody. Go!
All right, let's see what we got in bucket number one. This is a 55-gallon barrel. Oh, well, weren't expecting that, but we're pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. All right. Wouldn't be anything if I didn't forget something. You know what I mean?
Just another use for leftover maple tubing when you forget to bring something to use to prime your pump.
All right, I think we're good. Hey guys, I wanted to cut in here real fast. If you want to see the original video about this Predator pump, go here. More sap. We got the gasket. This over here. Right. Valve is open. Engine is on. Choke.
Okay, you can probably hear the pump running in the distance. We're gonna walk up here, see how much is going into our IBC tote. Well, this is a good sign. We can hear the sap flowing in, see the level rising in our IBC tote. And we don't have any water, or any sap leaking from our connector. I think it looks like this is successful. So yesterday was our first big sap run of the season. So between one of our main lines and the sap from that 55-gallon barrel that we just pumped up here, it looks like we're sitting somewhere maybe around 130, 140 gallons or so. For that pump, I would say it took maybe 6 or 7 minutes to get that 55 gallons of sap pumped up here. In terms of elevation change, it's probably somewhere around 100 feet, I would say, from the other barrel up here to this IBC tote. So, hey, it certainly beats hauling sap in a tote in the back of the side-by-side.
Here, I was down here and I was pumping the sap up to our secondary tank, and I could tell through this here that it sort of like lost its prime. It was like just pumping sort of slow. So I turned it off and then pulled it, started it back up, and it sort of it started again. You can see the bubbles going up like this. But then I looked here, right here, and I was like, I wonder what that is. That's for like the idle, to adjust the idle or something, this spring. And then I was like, wait a minute. And this was screwed all the way down here. So this screw was like right here. So this was all the further you could throttle this up, was about like right there. And I'm thinking to myself, no wonder it's not running at like a high RPM. So I started twisting this thing back. And the next thing you know, like now you're really able to get this throttle so it's like wide open. The next thing I know, I mean, the thing sounded like a motorcycle engine or something. So I think this thing comes at an RPM that they probably only want you to use it at. But, you know, we're going to modify it, right? So to make it work better. As soon as I did that, you might have noticed standing up here that like more sap was coming out. Yeah. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But it definitely started pumping quicker out of that barrel, and I could tell. So that's just a little hint. You're definitely want to back this screw off so you can get all the juice out of this thing that you can. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We really appreciate it. You hear it? That's full blown right there.
And here we go up the hill again to make sure that this is flowing into our next IBC tote behind the Sugar Shack. Well, look at that. This is great. As I walked up the hill, I checked on the pipe. We don't have any leaks. So, first sap run of the season, and we have figured out how to get it pumped up here without needing to transfer any of it. All in all, this second climb I think is somewhere around 90 feet or so from the last IBC tote to this one. And we are very happy to not be carrying sap in the back of the side-by-side anymore. And you hit a bump and it splashes everywhere. Much, much improved this year.
All right, everyone, we're back up here at the Sugar Shack after pumping all of our sap. We have roughly 165 gallons, maybe 162 gallons. The pump worked great. It took a little while, but that's all right. It's much better than driving it back and forth in 55-gallon barrels. So anyways, that's it. That's the video. If you want to continue learning how to rely less and create more from high atop the Allegheny Plateau, please like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time out on the ridge.